Hello everyone, and welcome back to Dragonriders, a Song of the Damned. My name is Peter or PB, and I am joined, as always, by my wonderful players. Just realised that the names are all in the wrong place because Tommy had to go AFK last session. We've been chatting for the last, 24 minutes, and we're just the worst. Just the worst at this. There we go. It's fixed now. As always, I'm joined by my wonderful players. We've got Agis, played by Callum. We've got Tommy, played by the Sorrows.
Who am I?
We've got the Rui Ned, played by Alex.
Hello.
And we've got Zyla, played by Samos.
Hello.
What the fuck was that? Okay.
Nothing.
Yeah. Welcome back to Dragonriders. This is a D&D campaign. What happened last session, Tommy?
Well, apparently, Alex threw hands with Celeste.
They didn't throw hands, they threw chains. So where we last left off, the party was fighting at the gates of the city of Hamon. Hold on, let me do this. There we go. See, they were fighting in the city of Hamon at the gates, where an inquisitor had shown up to arrest them or potentially kill them. There was a dragon. It was a big deal. They managed to banish the dragon using the wizard friend. They reunited with Celeste, who is an old friend of theirs, and while barely scraping through the lives, Dai managed to use the last charge in his staff to teleport all of them out, including a captured inquisitor. Side note, by the way, turns out as when I was editing the VOD, you wouldn't have actually been able to teleport everyone. If you had wanted to take the inquisitor with you, you would have had to have left 3 of your 4 horses behind, or 5 horses behind. Or 3 other people behind.
Dies pretty bad.
Yeah, it's 8 living creatures is what it says, but fuck it, it's fine. You just invested in them. I'm a nice guy, but I won't let it slide again. So if you do want to use this teleportation again, be prepared to leave potentially some horses behind. You've been warned.
Or a person.
Or a
Shaq's
person.
coming with me.
So
Leave Celeste.
They managed to teleport out, but unfortunately, because they were doing it in a rush, the dragon was just about to come back from its banishment, and doing the teleportation broke his concentration anyways. It wasn't a clean sailing. He didn't say what to think of, so everyone thought of different things, and we did a random dice roll to decide whose choice of location we ended up. I'm going to reveal now the different places that people chose. Samo wanted to go to the city of Nil Naid. It was a smart choice, because that's where you guys were planning to go anyways. I actually can't remember where Alex said. Do you remember where you said, Alex?
Yeah, I said Rewilda.
Wild, but sure.
Well, I made up the name, and I thought it was Rewilda.
That would be with an A, I would say, but okay.
No.
Fine, it's Rowilda, even though it's spelt Rowild. It's not even an Elvish name. Like, you can't even be like that's just like basic English pronunciation, man.
It's a fantasy world.
Fine, Rowilda.
It's a translation.
Okay, sure. If I ever pronounce it Rowild, though, I apologize in advance. I'll potentially get used to it eventually, much like fucking various character names. Don't even get me started on Icarus Sanguinatus. Rowilda, which is a town of prominence to the Ruins backstory. Dai wanted to go somewhere. I won't say where Dai wanted to go. Celeste wanted to go somewhere. I won't say where Celeste wanted to go. Kypheria wanted to go somewhere. I won't say where Kypheria wanted to go. But little Agis, he wanted to go to Valar. And so guess whose dice roll landed?
Didn't exactly want to go there, I just thought about it.
Well, we're in Valar now, which is the capital of the Eladrin Empire, as Agis aptly described it after they arrived. Out of the frying pan and into the fire. Which, you know, it's not not the worst way to describe it, but I would say that Valar's maybe a little bit more chill than Aasimar at the moment, because you're not active fugitives here yet.
Give it time.
Yes.
You arrived on a street in the slums of Valar, just outside the old family home of Agis. You all made your way inside, you camped down for the night, and it was at this point that it became readily apparent that the Ruined wanted to interrogate and then execute Alden Blackthorn, the Inquisitor. And Celeste took issue with the idea of executing an unarmed man who was no longer an active threat. They disagreed on it, and then the Ruined was like, well, fuck it. If you're going to try and tell me that I can't do this, I'm just going to kill him now. So then Celeste drew his sword on the Ruined. They fought. The Ruined won. Then Zila intervened and was like, hey, can we just fucking... Look, I'm on the Ruined side, but how about we just chill out, let everyone have a rest, and then we'll talk about this like civilized adults rather than fighting each other. Which, by the way, Zila, have an inspiration point for that.
Hey.
It was good stuff. Anyway, so they all took a long rest, and nothing bad happened to anyone during that long rest, right, guys?
Not sure.
So, anyways, Zila woke up in the middle of the night to a voice whispering in her ear. Agis was still up, tinkering with his potions, but seemed completely oblivious to what was going on. As Zila followed the voice outside onto the street, Zila discovered a man sat at like a banquet table with a chair, waiting for Zila to join him. He introduced himself. He was a drow. He introduced himself as Zebith and claimed to be the chosen of dusk. And he believed that he and Zila should be aligned on the same side because, after all, Zila is a night warrior. She is also one of Dusk's followers. Zila didn't quite agree with that and said that she doesn't serve Dusk. But anyways, he had beheaded the Inquisitor in the night and presented the head to Zila, saying, hey, I solved your issue about what we were going to do with that prisoner. Also, he offered you clemency. If you took his deal, he would write off all of your crimes. You would no longer be hunted by Aasimar. And he'd also free half of the slaves that had been recaptured by Aasimar, the ones who had ended up in the city of Aasimar. Zila declined. And so instead he offered her to investigate Rykheath, where the other group of slaves had been taken, because he believed that if Zila saw what was going on at Rykheath, she would understand and come to his side. Final thing he did was present a scroll of Speak with Dead to Zila, so that you could still do a limited interrogation with the skull or the head of the Inquisitor when you were ready. That's where we left off, was Zila returning with the head and being like, yo, some weird shit just happened. So.
Oh, she also threw the head into the lap of the Ruined.
She did.
Now that, like, I forgot that you can also have the scroll of Speak with Dead.
Yeah.
I don't have much need for that.
So, like, if we're starting exactly where we left off, I think the Ruined had, like, just sort of been, like, looking down, hadn't said anything or anything. And he's just gonna sort of, like, without looking up again, just say, who did this?
Well, I mean, it might be hard to believe, but I just had, like, actually, before, how long was that conversation for me, at least?
What, with Zebeth?
Like, yeah, like
5 minutes
a few
or so?
minutes. Yeah.
Not
Did
bad.
the time around me didn't seem to, like, go fast or whatever. Just
Nope.
5 minutes talk, go it back in.
The only thing that seemed weird in terms of like time or whatever was that Agis seemed to be aware of you waking up, but completely oblivious to the fact that you left and came back until you came back, and it was like, oh shit, you like. But that could have just been like Agis lost in the sauce, you know.
Okay, I was cooking potions.
Well, I just had this talk with this Azamorian guy who presented the head to me. I'm sitting outside at a table that's not there anymore. And yeah, that's really about it.
Can I roll an insight check just to see how the ruined feels about this?
Sure.
Like if he believes what Zeal is saying. And you expect me to believe that?
Do I have a reason to lie to you? As far as I'm concerned, you wanted him dead as well, no?
Yes, but I wanted to do it.
Yeah, and I wasn't really keen on doing it, so why would I do it now?
Am I here for this?
Yep. You would have recently finished a long rest, basically. This like happens in the early morning.
This man harmed all of us. You're not the only one who wanted to do it.
You mentioned he was Azamorian?
Well, that's what he said. Wore a big black piece of armor, just helmet, plates.
In fact, yeah, with that, Zila, can you roll me a perception check with advantage, please?
Perception check advantage.
Or, well, you've already rolled. Would you
Arcana would be worse anyway.
Okay, fine. With a 15, it wasn't just any old black plate, it was mithril of some kind.
Okay, well, in that case, I will rewind time and say that he was wearing black mithril.
Do you know anyone that would be able to trace teleportation?
No. But if someone saw us arrive, potentially sending stones and such like could send messages quickly across the lands.
He did say one more thing, though. And I'll look to the floor, like not looking at anyone. He introduced himself as the Chosen of Dusk.
That's meant to mean
Not good, I suppose.
Well, a god's chosen is someone who has been picked by a deity to serve as the champion on the mortal realm. The gods are restricted from access here. It's for dawn and dusk, nigh and impossible for them to arrive in the land of Terral. For the lesser gods, your angels and your demons, it's possible, just very arduous. So, most gods who want to influence the mortal realm, they select people to serve them. You've got your
Do you know
standard
anything
things,
about
paladins and clerics, but a chosen is the hand on the mortal realm, essentially.
Do you know anything about this Chosen?
I can't say that I do.
Can I roll something to see if I know anything about them? Oh, and also I have a question. Is Eco Sanguinatus like not very well known then? Is that what we went with? Because it's
I
been a
believe
little
so,
while
yeah.
since I did anything with that. Okay. So like not many people would know that he sort of exists.
He's not a mainline god. He's a hipster god, you know.
Yeah. Okay.
Just
You're gonna look at me and tell me that I'm wrong?
I don't know.
But yeah, could I roll to see if I know anything about the other ones?
What, the other chosen or the other gods?
Like children of gods.
So chosen doesn't mean
Dusk's children, sorry.
okay. So children isn't quite the right word for it. Like a chosen isn't a child of a god.
Can I garner that's why Dai said that he didn't know anything about them?
You go ahead and roll me an insight. So nat 20. He's lying.
The plot thickens.
Is this something to do with your time travel while you're lying to us?
He turns to face you, but again, kind of like staring through you, and says, maybe it's to do with the fact that certain people in this room have garnered a great deal of distrust from me.
That's disappointing.
I agree.
Die. Once we're done here, would you mind a word?
Sure. Okay, says Kytheria. So, the prick's dead. Doesn't really matter who killed him. What are we doing next?
Are we aware of where we actually are right now?
Yes, you're in Valar,
Yeah.
you're in Agis.
Yeah, I know where we are, but like
In character.
character we know.
Also been
Yeah.
confirmed, yeah.
Did I can't remember, did Zila actually say what the scroll is, or did she just kind of throw it with the head and
I mean, I don't think I've verbally said it, but it's probably not some super hard to like figure out what a speak with that scroll does, right?
does it have a label on it?
Yeah, it's a Tesco
I was thinking Tesco as well.
Tesco Savers Speak of Dead scroll. So you know, Zebra didn't splash out on it, but you know, it does the job.
Alright, so I can just read what it is then.
It's got 5 questions on it, but one of them is, did you want to scan your club card? So you've got to use that one first.
You must ask that.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's I don't know whether spells are written in a certain language in Songs. I've never decided. It's assumed that anyone can read a spell scroll. So, yeah, you can unscroll it and be like, oh, okay, I know what the spell does.
Okay, cool. Well, I want to speak to this monster.
Shouldn't we wait until our little princess is awake again?
Oh, he's awake. He's just not talking.
Wait, when did he wake up? With the rest? Just after the long rest?
I mean, it's been 4 hours since he got knocked out, because you had a long rest. So.
Okay.
At this point, I would have also not had my long rest yet, so that's what I'll be doing while this is all going on.
Okay.
We should come up with a list of questions. We have 5.
That's not the fun way to do it, but fine.
Well, making plans like these might help, but through some of the questions, others might come up. So
But we are limited. We
True.
should find the most pressing ones.
These are yes/no questions, aren't they?
No, they're
No,
just
okay.
questions.
All right.
The specifics of Speak with Dead are you are able to ask up to 5 questions. The corpse knows only what it knew in life, including the languages it knew. Answers are usually brief, cryptic, or repetitive, and the corpse is under no compulsion to offer a truthful answer if you are hostile to it or it recognizes you as an enemy. The spell doesn't return the creature's soul to its body, only its animating spirit, thus the corpse can't learn new information, doesn't comprehend anything that has happened since it died, and can't speculate about future events.
Oh, so this could be
lie to
fucking
us.
difficult then.
what about we could ask about what we will find at that place the armored guy told me about. What was that place called again? Rykeith, right?
Yeah.
Rykeith, yeah. We could ask if he would know something about that place.
That could be useful. Perhaps we could ask him about the secrets to taming dragons.
That is a good one. I actually like that one.
I wish
It's
to ask
truthful.
about a particular person.
How about each
Could
one of
you
us
be more
gets one
specific?
question?
I can. Let me just get my backstory up first.
Aegis' question is...
Okay, well, how about the rune gets 2 questions because he's the guy who's butthurt about it.
He's the main character.
He's butthurt about it.
Wait.
So there was a man there at the destruction of my town.
Do you know his name?
No. And that's what I'd like to find out.
But we need a description at least.
He had bear heads resting on each of his shoulders, and a scar shaped like a crescent moon on his cheek. It haunted my dreams for many years. Pitch black armor, plate.
Was he a drow by any chance?
I believe you left his race up to me, correct?
Just checking.
I think we had a conversation about this.
Yeah,
Wait.
I think I did, yeah.
I can make this easier. Did the other guy, Zelif or whatever the fuck his name is, did he have bare heads? He didn't.
He did not have bare heads.
Okay.
The man in question was a human.
Okay.
Human. So we have human man with bare heads on his shoulders and crescent moon on his cheek.
That information is not only for me, but it may also help with our mission against the Azamor Empire.
How so?
He's one of them. Or at least works with them.
You think it may be an inquisitor?
Instead of Black Armor,
Potentially.
I would assume we might be even higher.
Higher is what we need. Could be of use.
I definitely didn't just come up with a name for this dude because he's just been called Bare Shoulders in my notes until now.
Barlington. Okay, so we have 2 questions so far.
Didn't you have a question?
Me?
Yeah.
I mean, my question, quote unquote, would be the one about the Rykeith place with the slaves.
That's a good question as well.
So that's the 2 questions we have so far.
I thought we were going to ask about the dragon riding as well.
Yeah, we can do that as well.
3.
But did you want to know how to tame them or where they come from, or?
Tame.
How to tame a dragon.
Thank you for not saying your.
How to train your dragon.
Mm-hmm. We could just leave one question open at the end, because
You want
I'm
to leave
sure
them there?
yeah, so we can. No, so we have like follow-up questions to at least one of these options that we have.
Oh, I thought you wanted to do the thing where you don't answer, you don't take the 5th question, so you just leave them there to rot for all
Yeah, we
eternity.
could like ask for like his shoe size or some shit.
I hate to ruin the D&D movie, but technically it
No,
doesn't say anything in
I
Secret
figured that wouldn't
Development.
work in actual D&D.
It's funny, and I might roll with it if it came up naturally, because it's a funny thing, but yeah, it doesn't actually specify that that's what happens in the spell, so... But I think it does specify in the D&D movie that that particular version of the spell does that, because it's also, like, it's not a spell scroll, and what have you, so...
Any other questions?
Callum?
Bro's asleep.
I'm asleep, bro.
Bros, EP.
Mm.
Well, I'll turn
spent
to.
the first
Celeste
4
then.
hours on watch. I gotta go to bed. If not, I won't get a long rest.
I mean, I don't think we should do this while people are sleeping anyway. Everyone should be there for this, so...
I spent the first 4 hours on watches.
Yeah, I was brewing a lot of potions. I
Was
wasn't watching
snorting
shit.
crap.
Oh, also, did Zila actually say that Zebith told us where everyone was taken?
Yeah, I did say that half of the slaves were. Wait, where were they? Half of them are at least in Rykeith.
Yeah.
Like doing whatever the fuck's going on there, and the other half is still in Alzamore, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, right. So, I mean, we could just ask about, like, weaknesses, I guess. I mean, let's be honest, this guy's probably not going to be the most forthcoming.
Yeah, that's why I don't think we should be like, who's holding all the power in Alzamore or whatever, because first of all, you might not know. Second of all, it's probably not gonna tell us. But stuff like this, I think, could work. I just don't have any other questions. Would Celeste have any other ideas? Or die?
I can't think of any in character that they would ask, so I think instead let's leave it open if you can't think of any others for any follow-up questions.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, let's just do that then.
Okay. Tommy did suggest not doing it until everyone had had their long rest, in which case, are you happy to wait for a few hours?
It's still very early in the morning anyway, right? Like
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, I'm fine with waiting if Agis wants to do that, but
As long as you do it within 10 days.
yeah, I think we should be able to pull that off.
Yeah.
Don't tempt him.
That's why I said I think.
Okay.
DM actually stands for Destiny Manifest, so do not tempt him.
Right. 4 hours later then, Agis, you wake up. There's a corpse next to your... Oh, there's a beheaded corpse next to your bed. You're in the family home that, you know, was some of the worst years of your life up until the point that all the other worst years of your life happened.
Head.
There was a little bit in the middle where, like, life wasn't awful. And then...
Yeah. That's what runs through his head every day. He's like, yeah, no, still sucks.
All right. You guys want to do any conversation before speaking with dead?
No. I mean, what question would you guys like to ask first? Probably just the men with bear head thingy.
Yeah.
Well, Callum, do you not have anything you want to
Oh
ask?
yeah, we can ask Agis now.
That's why we waited.
Yeah.
I don't really have any questions, my guys. I'm just kind of along for the pie. I'm a little bit preoccupied with being back in Valar.
All right.
He might have forbidden alchemy knowledge.
Yeah, let me ask him that.
Dun-dun.
Give me all of your alchemy knowledge.
It's not a question.
He might try and bang you.
Okay, give me all of your alchemy knowledge?
That's better.
Zila, can you use your Speak with Dead scroll?
Absolutely. Bing bong.
What about Catheria? Did she? No.
The soul, well, not the soul, the animation of the spirit comes back into the headed skull of this Inquisitor, Alden Blackthorn. Smoke emanates from his eyes, a dull, pale light from beneath the pupils, and the jaw slowly slacks open. What are your questions?
I take like a step back and let the wound do wound too.
Who is the man with the bear heads on his shoulders and the crescent moon shaped scar on his face?
The head kind of turns to face you, like it's beheaded, and I don't know if it's someone's holding it or whether it's like sat on the floor or whatever, but it can like rotate on its own despite not being attached to a body. Turns to face you, and the mouth once again opens.
His name is Urson Albanias.
Can you type that for me, please, and can I insight check that if possible?
I
I'd
can't
also like to
type,
insight.
I have no fingers.
No!
And typing
That was another
machines
question.
haven't been invented yet. Twice more you have questions.
There you go.
Thank you. Yeah, can I insight check?
Sure. I mean, it's a name. It's hard to insight check whether, the name someone's given you is true or not. But
Yeah.
I'll just inside check everything he says. Fuck it.
okay, I'm not gonna let you insight check for every single question. So I'm gonna now say if that's your plan, that these are your insight checks for this entire conversation.
No, okay. You know what? Then forget that 50.
No,
No,
It's not
keep
existent.
it. Keep it.
15
Okay,
ain't bad.
tell me.
He seems genuine.
That information to myself. Also, it often happens that when you tell me names and I write them down, that I get them somehow wrong, but I understood Urson Open Eyes instead of Albinus somehow. So I wrote down Open Eyes now. But yeah, that's crap now.
Is when you're an open eyes.
Once again, feeling the many memes of DMs pouring over creating fantasy names, and then the players being like, "Ah, it's Beardface."
Ah, Guy Furia.
The real main character.
I'm gonna grab the head and spin it towards Zila.
Okay, it's my turn.
That's the face of Samo struggling to read his own handwriting.
First, perhaps. First I'll turn to the rune as... Is that all you wanted to know?
That will do me.
Okay. Well, I was told by one of your people about the place that is called Raikiv. Tell me everything you know about the place. And what they do there.
The head does not answer. That is not a question.
Does that count as a question, even though it wasn't one?
As far
No,
as
the
you're aware,
command.
it won't count if it's not a question, but it
Okay.
won't answer non-questions.
Okay. What do you know about the place called Raikiv? About them.
Raikiv is a great fortress, temple. It is where the great work.
You're cutting out a lot, man.
For fuck's sake, Discord, you son of a bitch.
There's a lot of latency issues in the afterlife. It can't be helped.
I understood fortress or temple.
Yeah, I mean, I'm calling in from like another realm of existence right now, so you know. See.
Yeah.
I've got the microphone
Fair
close to my face. Hopefully, this is better.
What's up?
It is a fortress, temple. It is where our great work takes place.
Does anyone's insight checks see anything dubious with that?
I mean, that seems, again, like a genuine answer. It doesn't seem like he's lying, but the head doesn't have to disclose. It's not so much lying as it will, you know, potentially not give you more information than it's willing to give you.
Okay.
The way I'm thinking of it is that Speak with Dead, like, technically the way it's written is that Speak with Dead, like, if he doesn't want to answer, he can just be like, nah, fuck you. That seems, again, kind of boring to me. He should feel compelled to answer in some way, but it doesn't mean that he has to just give you everything that you want.
That's fair. That's fair.
Okay. Great work, whatever that means.
In
Might be
fact,
something
you know
we can
what?
ask them more.
For the next 3 questions, I'm going to do something to determine how much he gives you, which is I am going to give him a saving throw.
That seems cool.
Okay, well, I rolled high, so we'll keep doing what I was doing. He has quite a bit of control over how he answers in the afterlife.
Alright. I'm gonna spin him to me, and I'll say, how do you tame a dragon?
Do not tame a dragon.
I'll turn to Sorrows and say, perhaps he means you work with one.
Aye. It's still very vague. Zila. We should ask about the great work.
I agree. So, what
Ruined?
is that? Oh, yeah.
Do you agree?
Yes.
I'll look at Agis and see he's on his phone. Just
Yes.
So, what is this great work you refer to?
The head rotates while being held by Sorrows to face you.
I do not know what the great work is, only that it is the reason our order exists.
That's 4, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
do we actually? Do we know his order, or?
He's an Inquisitor of Arzamor. That's basically all you know about his rank.
Yeah, I don't know if he's touching on something we don't know about with that. But I also don't want to waste a question if it is just, oh, you know, Alzamor, bro.
It could be, like, linked to the whole dragon spiel, because that's, like, the entire thingy behind, like, Inquisitors, right? About them being, like, Dragonriders and shit.
Yeah. Could be.
Do we actually have anything else we want to ask? Should we just
Not
ask
for me.
what order he's speaking about?
We could, yeah.
Yeah. What order do you speak of?
The Ebon Guard.
And
That's
that,
not a name we know about, is it? That's not a name.
in character, that is not a name that any
Yeah.
of you know about. Out of character, some of you might know about it. Samo probably doesn't. Poor newbie.
It rings a bell, but I'm thinking that's just because I'm thinking of like the Dragon Guard.
Demon Guard.
Or the Demon Guard,
You
yeah.
were part of.
Yeah. But like back in this time.
There was no Demon Guard back in this time.
Dragon Guard.
There was
Or
no
this
Dragon
time.
Guard back in this time.
But this is like around the sort of time, isn't it?
Dragon
No.
Guard was Songs of the Ancients. Demon Guard
Which
was
was
Songs of the
way
Forsaken.
after this.
Oh.
Yeah, good 2,000 years after this, basically.
Oh, shit.
Well, 1,600.
I thought Celeste was a... Oh, did Celeste live that long?
No, Celeste has nothing
No,
to do with the
Celeste
Dragon
is-
Guard.
Oh!
No,
Tommy's
was
first
that was
character
me, man.
was the creator of the Dragon Guard.
Oh, right.
Mm.
Getting confused.
Celeste is to do with the Dragonriders.
Right, yeah.
What was it? Was Songs of the Ancients is 200 years before Forsaken, isn't it?
250.
250. Okay.
So, if memory serves, Songs of the Forsaken is 1780 AC. So you're looking at around about 1530 AC for Songs of the Ancients. So about 1,500 years from present day in game. Anyways, with him saying the Ebon Guard, which I will, just in case Samo doesn't know how to spell it, because he is not...
So, I'm
You got that
confident
one?
I got that correctly,
Okay.
yes.
Just making sure. I was going to
Yep.
put it in for you. With that, the light fades, and the jaw just hangs loosely open, no longer animated. It is just a head.
Can I look at Dai to see how, like, see what his reaction is to hearing Ebon Guard?
I thought so too. I'm also going to look at him.
You can roll insight
Everyone
checks.
just starts looking at him.
Creaking sound effect.
You should probably go see a physiotherapist if you're making that sound from just turning.
God, my insights are shit.
I mean, he's inscrutable to you. Anyone else rolling insight?
Oh, I was just going to ask him.
Oh, okay.
Does the Ibn Guard mean anything to you?
It is a name that I have heard, yes.
In
anything.
your time or in ours?
I can't disclose that sort of information.
I assume you can't tell us who they are then.
Servants of Dusk. A cult. That's about all I can say. Celeste then pipes up. So this isn't just Arzamor anymore, this is a cult within Arzamor?
So they may spread to other nations. At least they're underground.
Great, says Kypheria. More bullshit to deal with.
And whatever it is, their center is in Reykjavik.
I like to think that Zila in character takes notes on like just a little bit of
Yes.
parchment, and so
Not
she's
just
like,
on my arm. So it's on
Reykjavik.
Suddenly, Arzamor just became the devil we know.
Hey, Sam, have you ever seen the film Memento?
No.
Okay, so the premise of Memento is that it's a character who every single day wakes up and he's forgotten like all of his previous life, basically. So to make sure that he doesn't forget, because he's like solving the mystery of like where his wife's gone missing, basically. It's been a while since I've seen the film Memento, so if you're watching at home, you're like, that's not the plot. I apologize. I haven't watched it since I was like 17. But roughly, the plot is like he's investigating something, but he forgets every day. So what he does is he tattoos himself with clues of things he needs to remember. So now I'm just picturing that that's Zila with like your character.
Yeah, that's
notes.
my
It's just
tattoos.
like you're just tattooing
Yes.
yourself like, remember Reiki, and then your other arm, you're like, bare shoulders. I'm from a forest.
Exactly.
This is a rumor I've heard about an infernal touch.
Yes. Exactly that. Might be that.
But yeah, you're absolutely right. This Arzamor is maybe starting to sound a bit more like the devil, you know. At least Arzamor is like a thing that you can see and fight.
I hate to put you through this, Sealer, but maybe one organization we could talk to about this Ebon Guard are the ones who were after you.
I mean, you're more than welcome to talk to them, but last time I checked, they didn't really want to be around me, so...
Yes, and I can kind of confirm they're not one for making deals.
I have no interest in making deals. I intend to make them talk.
More violence and murder, then.
Well, we know where we want to go, and we know who we're after. The closer we get to our target, the more information I'm sure we'll get. Is Reykjavik a place that actually rings a bell for any of us?
Roll me history checks. Ooh, hold on. While you do that though, let me check whether it is a place that's already revealed on your world map, because if it is, then you could just look at your map. Nice 20 stars. We'll get to that in a moment.
22 from Agis. Fucking nerd.
Oh,
Well, actually, it's right over there.
Yeah, Soros is like, I know where it is, and Aegis just goes, it's actually slightly to the left.
Everyone knows the exact location of where it is.
Aegis' brain has a lot of information. It's just about tank facts that aren't invented yet, so we can't actually talk about them.
Okay, Reiki. I'm a fucking dumb motherfucker. I gave you the wrong name. There's too many similarly named things in my world, and I've been running it for 10 years, and I get confused.
Blow them up.
So what's the
Songs
real?
free. Half of the places are going to be blown up. Let's go.
So, not Reykjavik, which is a place that you have all heard of because it's a city. in Azor. What I meant to say was Varys Garden, which I will spell out Varys for you. So
Yes,
pretend
please.
that that's what Zebeth said, and then pretend that's what you asked about to Alden.
Now, I'll ask again, is that something we've heard about?
With a 21, a 22, and 20, yeah, you've all heard of it. It is, if we go to the world map, I'm not going to reveal, well, actually with a 22, I can reveal its exact location, fuck it.
Oh.
That is where
Is that
Varys
still...
Gardens is.
No, this is not an Azmor anymore.
No, this would be in the southern region of the kingdom of, I'm going to get the fucking names of kingdoms confused. Valen?
Valicia?
I think it's Valen. Double checking. Yeah, Kingdom of Valen, so the Eladrin Kingdom. So this is the southern region, not far away from the city of Kalankor.
Thus, everyone good with making their way over there, or do we have other plans?
I mean, are we exactly prepared to take on some sort of underground cult?
Seems like we have been anyway. I don't think we have much of a choice now.
And no other real lead. Not a direct one like this, at least.
The only reason we sort of won that last fight was because the dragon was nowhere to be seen for most of it. And if we're going to a place that has inquisitors or this Ebon Guard and they have a lot of dragons, I don't think we're going to be prepared for it. That's all I'm saying.
I'm not sure there are going to be dragons, considering this is not an Azmor. Sure, a bunch of dragons would catch a lot of attention.
Just don't know if we're ready, that's all I'm saying.
What do you suggest instead? Says Kypheria.
Well, I thought our original idea of going around to the other kingdoms was not the worst idea, but
Well, we now have a direct point of information how to hurt Azamor, and personally I think this will help us out a great deal more.
we don't know if it's just linked to Azamor.
But we
Their
do
great
know that
seems
it's...
to be in Valen or whatever it's called.
Yeah, Kingdom of Valen.
Well, it's linked to the people who stole our friends, and that's, in essence, what we want to work on currently.
Zila's right, says Celeste. These people, we owe it to them. If we can help them, we should. It is a waste of time, says Dai. Agis is right. You should be gathering allies, building up an army. That's the only way to defeat Azmor, if that's what you want to do.
I'm not against that idea. I think we should just talk about the order we do this in. And in my opinion, we should go to Varys Garden first.
The way Samo said that made it just sound like Olive Garden.
Yes. Maybe that's what I meant.
Before we do anything else, we need to go to Olive Garden. They have unlimited breadsticks. That's just so many rations.
Unlimited bread. It's like Tahin. What about the rest? Ruined? Etheria? Soros?
As long as we help people, I don't mind where we go.
There's no potential that freeing one group of our people does increase our forces.
Yes, I'm sure, what, 25-ish slaves? Probably at this point, malnutrition to the point of being skeletons will be worthy fighters, says Dai. They're dead weight. Better to forget about them and move on. Avenge them if you wish.
I'm gonna clench my fists when he calls them dead weight, and no, this isn't a reference to Devil May Cry, okay?
Oh god, that way.
Do not speak of them as dead weight.
What else would you call them?
People. Innocent people.
Oh, there are innocent people.
I'm not gonna say my people, okay? Fuck's sake.
My people.
My people. There are innocent people world over. And you're going to waste your time helping every single one of them as well.
Give
If
me a
it were
reason
up
I
to
shouldn't.
me, I would.
If it were up to you, you'd be pursuing vengeance. Don't lie to yourself.
You think so black and white?
No, I just see you for what you are.
Then what are you? Interfering in destiny and telling us that we shouldn't? Why do you get to decide these things? What makes you right? Just because you came from the future.
It's got nothing to do with where I came from and everything to do with my powers. Even if I weren't from a different time, I can see the threads of destiny. I can see that some people are insignificant, and that others are worth investing in time. It's pragmatic, not ruled by fickle hearts. If you want to be a hero of old, then go ahead, but the bards won't remember you as a hero. They'll not even remember you. If you want to actually change the world, then you actually have to do things that matter. So sorry to say this, the ruined, but going around to little villages and helping them slay their local monsters doesn't mean anything.
I want to think of how the ruin would actually react to this.
Start crying.
Yeah. Why would you say that?
I mean, he's already crying, right?
What the hell,
Isn't
man?
Isn't the ruined always crying?
Yeah, true.
Crying blood.
Yeah.
I hope your whole family has a wonderful Christmas.
What's Christmas?
That's where you're wrong. And that's why Celeste won't ever come round to your way of thinking. We may have fought, but Celeste is a good man. And I believe in his ideals. Helping people. Everyone matters. A thread is made up of everyone in this world. For a greater thread, there must be lesser people. But they are people all the same. And they must be saved.
If you truly believe that, then why didn't you volunteer at the local homeless shelter? We'll have as much of
I
an
might.
impact. Good. Then we'll be done with a troublesome member of our party.
I think you're the only troublesome one here.
I think people are getting a little bit hot under the collar, says Kypheria.
Yes, perhaps we should put a pin in this one. At least for now.
But we still need a plan.
We do.
Where to go, what to do.
Well, I think we can all agree that we're not going to spend any longer in a Valar.
Unless there's something to be of use here.
For you, for example. And I'll look at Agis.
I have one place I wish to stop, but that is it.
Well, we're here.
I think at the end of last session we did discuss, or was it during the discussion? I can't remember. Like when I got stopped about taking the corpse to the High Elves, because the Inquisitor would be like a
Token
it would
of
be
respect.
like a tough, like it would be a tough foe to take down.
Yeah, we should definitely still do that. That's a good idea as well. That might give us something.
Just to confirm, you want to take a beheaded body through the streets of Valar and up to the palace. Is that your plan?
Well, we could leave it just somewhere hidden here in the slums. Tell them, listen, we have done this and that.
So just to confirm, you want to go up to the guards and say, hey, come to this crime scene. I've killed a person.
Yeah, I think we
If
were
you want
mainly
to do
talking
this, just
about
think
the
about
fact
specifically how you want to deliver it. Because
we were mainly talking about the fact that he is a quite significant political piece. So, you know, we could do shit with him, like, give them to him alive, but like a dead body, nah.
There are ways potentially I could see it working, but yeah, you just rolling up to the city watch and being like, look, I've killed a man is probably not going to be the best way to go about like starting a good rapport.
Okay, another question. Would just the head of the guy, just looking at the head, would he have any marks, like a tattoo or whatever, earring, whatever, that would be able to be identified? Okay, that's definitely an Inquisitor. Like,
No.
100%, no. So you would need the body of him.
I mean,
You
he's
could
wearing
just write
Inquisitor
Inquisitor
garb.
on his forehead.
Yeah, he's wearing Inquisitor's garb. But
We could always portray it off as like a spy of Azamor. I mean, a spy wouldn't wear Azamorian colours, but
That's the point. Can I loot him?
sure.
Oh yeah, nobody's done that yet. He just has a whoosh ring on him.
Yeah.
Casual, right there and then.
Yeah, I wish the Ardmore Empire ceased to exist and we were out of here. Done. Easy. Campaign over.
Easy.
oh no.
Okay. Right. He has on him a light crossbow, a scimitar, his longsword, which was the thing that he used during the battle before he got put into a labyrinth of his own mind. He ignited that on fire, so it's either magical or he had some sort of magical power to make it flame on. He is wearing chainmail, and can you roll me either an what would this be? I guess Insight or Arcana on the last item.
Yikes.
And some perfectly normal crossbow bolts.
You could inspiration that, if you have.
I could. But it's crossbow bolts, and I don't want to waste my inspiration on finding out what they do, because I'm probably not going to use it myself. And I'm thinking selfishly.
At least he's honest.
I'll take the longsword.
Okay. Do you want to roll me another Arcana check to see if you can identify this weapon?
Sure.
That's really good.
That's pretty good. Hey, you've just received a flame tongue longsword.
That is
Ooh.
very PogChamp.
Bag monies.
It does require attunement if you want to be able to utilize it properly.
Can I use
You need to
this one-handed dual wield?
I mean,
Or
it's a
do I need the
longsword.
feet?
You need the feet for it.
Bugger.
He
But
can,
yeah, a flame tongue longsword, if you attune to it, allows you to use a bonus action to speak the magic sword's command word, causing flames to erupt from the blade. These flames shed bright light in a 40-foot radius and dim light for an additional 40 feet. While the sword is ablaze, it deals an extra 2d6 fire damage to any target it hits. The flames last until you use a bonus action to speak the command word again, or you drop or sheathe the sword.
It deals an extra 2d6.
Mm-hmm.
If I remember correctly, Pete, I believe with dual wielding, your main hand has to be like a one-handed weapon, but your offhand it has to have the light property.
I think both have to be light now.
Yeah, and I think unless it's a feat, I think the feat gives you. You
Yeah,
can
the
use
feat
if
makes
it's not
it-
light.
Yeah.
Yeah, the feat allows you to dual wield one-handed melee weapons that aren't light. Normal dual wielding, I'd have to look up on D&D Beyond.
Sword.
Two weapon
Yeah.
fighting. When you take the attack action and attack with a light melee weapon that you're holding in one hand, you can use a bonus action to attack with a different light melee weapon that you're holding in the other hand.
Well, there you go.
You don't add your ability modifier to the damage of the bonus attack unless that modifier is negative. If either weapon has the throwing property, you can throw a weapon instead of making a melee attack with it. And then dual wielder is you can use the two weapon fighting even when the one-handed melee weapons you're wielding aren't light.
Would I happen to know if getting through the gates of Valar is a particularly hard thing to do, or is it pretty loose in the sense of we can just sort of walk in and out, or is it going to be like checks and shit?
Walk in, not easy because it's like it's a big whole customs stuff where you have to actually disclose why you're entering Valar if you're a foreigner. And Eladrin would be allowed to go freely, but like the rest of this lot, this rabble,
Yeah, there'd be checks and
Yeah.
yeah.
leaving, not really as much because it's like, hey, you're leaving. Goodbye.
You're leaving.
But,
Bye.
but yeah, so
Okay,
coming
so
in,
I'm just thinking in the sense of if our party was to leave, we aren't no one's going to be like, hey, wait a minute, you're going to stop and we're going to check you, or it's going to be all right. Okay, they're gone, bye.
yeah, basically.
Okay, that's fine then.
And they do let foreigners into the city for things like trade, but there are Valar is like a good 90% Eladrin.
Yeah.
In terms of like the main city. In fact, I've got the exact stat here because I wrote it earlier. 84% of the population of Valar is Eladrin, so the 16% is mostly traders or students at the Arcane Academy here.
Okay. So I don't know. It's a few weeks' journey, isn't it? To the what's it called? The garden.
Various gardens.
Various garden.
It'd be a solid couple of long days. Let's go back to the world map and we can measure it out.
I assume we're not just heading there. We would stop along towns as we go.
Probably.
It's up to you guys. If you guys think, oh, we need to go there as soon as possible, then we'll go there as soon as possible. But I was thinking it might be similar to what we said we were going to do when we go to the capitals, where we just sort of go to a town, see if they need help, stop there for however long, then keep going.
Yeah, I don't think there's like a clock ticking currently. I mean, there are people that need saving there, but
So, as the crow flies, which is ignoring roads and ignoring terrain, it's 22 days away.
Mhm.
Which
So it's
would be roughly half by horseback. Again, that's ignoring terrain and ignoring following a road or anything.
Okay. Well, other than any other provisions, we should be good on food.
I mean, you stocked up before you were due to leave him on, so yeah.
Yeah.
I bought an ample amount of food, being the quartermaster. So I have an ample amount in reserves. So I guess if anything, you guys want to sort out something with the dead Inquisitor? Have you thought about it, or are we just gonna leave him here to rot?
Probably just leave him. I mean, if it's not gonna be like, if it's gonna be difficult to make them see it as like as a positive thing rather than as Pete said, hey look, we've just killed this man, then probably just not worth bothering.
I mean, if you were to say something like, hey, I found an Azamori Inquisitor skulking about in the lower parts of the town, and then when I confronted him, you know, we fought and I killed him.
And you got good rolls with all of that.
And you got good rolls of it, then maybe.
Then yeah, maybe.
But other than that, you're basically saying, hey, I've confessed to killing this person.
But I promise he was a bad dude.
Yeah.
So, yeah, as we discussed, I think when we discussed it, it was very much a, hey, cool bargaining chip if he's alive.
Yeah, that was absolutely the way it was originally pitched.
And then we were like, if he's dead, it's going to be very awkward, but...
Yeah, so let's just take the win as it is.
Alright, cool.
I mean, look, did you really want to make friends with the Eladrin? They'd be a powerful ally. Until they decide to backstab you, if they ever backstabbed you.
Yeah, like they could totally throw us under the bus if things ever turned bad.
They would be probably... The thing is, if you wanted to go toe-to-toe with Aasimar, Valen, the Kingdom of Valen is the second most powerful kingdom after the Kingdom of Aasimar. Like, they are the next superpower, right?
And they are very much enemy of my enemy.
But yeah, exactly. They are enemy of my enemy. Doesn't actually necessarily make you the friend. So, but it's definitely an option for you. It's just, you know, there's a reason they've been kind of the bad guys in all the other campaigns I've ever ran. Like I may have described in the last session, the kind of my fantasy Nazis. Which I guess makes Aasimar kind of my fantasy Russians.
And Agis was only following orders.
Alright. Do you want to... I want to quickly grab a drink and go for a pee break. So how about y'all decide what you're going to do? Come back hopefully in like 5 minutes and we've got things, plans, decisions. Hopefully.
Yes.
Sure.
Alright. BRB. Alright. We're back after a short little break. What are y'all doing? What's the plan?
Tom's making out with his cat.
I meant your characters, but sure.
Oh yeah, cat.
We do Agis thing first, so he does that, and after that we book it for Varys Gardens.
Okay. So Aegis, what do you want to do?
Oh, things and stuff.
All right, Rick.
Okay. I don't want it to sound super weird, but I'm assuming inns or like bars around here still serve non-Eladrins, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
They might hike up the prices, but yeah.
That's fine. I want to find not a exorbitantly priced bar, but some bar near the arcane school or college
Mm-hmm.
to take everyone to.
Okay, there are 2 bars not too far away. There's the Dead Feather Hostel, which is a quiet, low-key bar. You might have been familiar with it back in your time living here. And then the Artisan District, which is on the shoreline. So the academy is... the entirety of Valar is built basically on multiple islands in this giant lake. As you can see on the world map, like, Valar is this giant lake city, basically. So each like different district is like different islands, and they're attached together by like bridges, but most people travel through Valar. If you're trying to get from one place to another across the city, you go via canal boat rather than walking, because it's just more efficient. One of the smallest islands, but like kind of like to the southern coast of where the rest of Valar is the Academy, Elsridge Academy. Side note, Elsridge Academy, made by Burrowbound, which is a great Patreon for D&D maps. Thumbs up. And really good timing. They literally finished the last map for Elsridge Academy on like Monday. So,
yeah.
And I literally commented on their Patreon post, I was like, thank you. I was planning on using this and you've just finished it. So the Artisan District is like basically the coastline closest to the island of Elsridge. And in the Artisan District, you have the Banderhob's Hound, which is a gambling den. So those are kind of your 2 nearest taverns.
Go for the first one, the out of the way one.
The Dead Feather Hostel. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. You head there then.
I'm gonna drop. I hope it's alright with everyone else. I'm gonna drop everyone else, but who do I want to task this with?
So you're not letting it out. There is, by the way, it's also... So your sister worked at the academy before you left Valar, right?
Yeah.
It's also worth noting then there is a tavern on, like, in the academy itself as well. If you wanted to, like, all go to the academy but just, like, drop them off in the tavern there is a tavern physically at the academy. Which means, I guess, they would be closer if you needed them, but still.
Do I trust them?
Okay, well.
Do I want to bring all of them people to an academy, like, bar?
What, a student bar?
Yeah. Because I'm sure that won't go terribly.
Howdly do, fellow kids.
Looks at Sorrows, who drinks by the cask.
I'm just a big boy, that's all. Doesn't mean I'm an alcoholic.
What age do Eladrins usually go to college for? It's like, is it just the average, like the normal age, or they go with like 100 years?
Yeah, I mean, people will be studying at Elsridge Academy from like the ages of like 18 up to like 200, depending on the race.
Okay.
No, we'll go for the one out of the way. I'd rather keep it out of the grounds.
Okay.
I'm gonna pick Kytheria for this job because she's quick and nimble.
Okay.
I'm sure that Samo doesn't have a higher movement speed than her.
I take that.
Who's
personal.
Zila? She's slow as fuck. Like,
Yeah.
I take
So,
that
yeah,
personal.
I'll drop-
as fuck.
I'll drop all of them off. I'm gonna I don't know, find some sort of loose stone. I'm gonna what am I gonna do with it? I know what I'm gonna do with it. I'm gonna do some magical tinkering on it.
Okay.
Where is it? Magical tinkering. It's not on my features. Or is it? No, it is. It's right at the top. Yes, I want to find some sort of just a stone small enough, small but heavy. If you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
And I will magically tinker with a stone. Shut up. And I want to record a message on it. Right. I'm going to record a message onto the stone.
Okay.
Tom laughs at Cat. Callum, shut up.
The message will simply say to meet me at insert name here.
That's definitely more than 6 seconds. Try again.
No, I'm fuck you.
It's a 6
Well,
second
fucking-
message.
That's fine, but I can't remember what the fucking name of the pub is.
What, the pub that you're all waiting at then?
Yeah, I can't remember the fucking name of it, alright?
The Dead Feather Hostel.
Yeah, cool. Meet me at the Dead Feather Hostel, an old friend, and that's all that'll be on there.
Okay.
And I will etch, very crudely, most probably, my family seal onto the stone.
Okay. Can you roll me Tinker's Tools to see how well you etch your family crest? Alright, it's pretty good.
Excellent.
Had a net one, he would have just done a perfect like replica of like a different family.
Cool. And with that, I will hand Kypheria the stone. And a nice shiny dagger that I made earlier for her.
She will look over the dagger and then sheath it and then look at the stone and go, "What's this?"
Well, not that I didn't leave on exactly good terms with my family. Let's just say the reaction to meeting me may or may not be regarded very well. So, if I give you a description of the person I'd like you to meet, if you could either slip it into their pocket, make it noticeable enough to give it to them. It's a sort of message. I feel like this would be up your street, wouldn't it?
Who's the person?
My sister.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Oh.
You sure you want me to deliver a message for you? Wouldn't you rather just go and see her yourself?
I mean, the message itself was asking her to meet us at this place.
Okay.
You don't exactly have to talk to her if you just need to slip it into her pocket. I'm sure she'll get a message at some point.
Would you rather me slip it into her pocket than talk to her?
Depends on how curious you are to meet my sister.
I mean, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't interested in knowing why you're the way you are. But
Yeah.
if you'd rather me be discreet, I can be discreet.
I'll leave it to the discretion of you.
You said I can find her at the academy, right?
Yes, yeah. Well, at least I'm hoping so. It's been 20 years.
It's the middle of the day right now. Do you want me to wait until evening or try and sneak into one of her classes?
It's probably best to wait till evening.
Okay. Right, while people are waiting until evening for Kypheria to try and do her stealth mission, which will be completely off camera,
Dun dun dun.
Does anyone want to do anything else, or just skip that time?
It's the morning, right?
It's like 10 in the morning.
I still needed to talk to Di.
Okay.
It's a good job we're at a populated inn, so no one can have some sort of outburst that might lead to combat.
I'm gonna, like, if they're gonna be talking, like, while at the inn, I'm probably gonna be out trying to find, like, a magic shop or, like, a blacksmith so I can sell shit.
I also wanna. I'm gonna go with the ruined looking for a blacksmith.
Bro, I'm gonna fucking remove this song and just have him play this right this fucking second. Every single time it comes up, it's just like not the right vibe.
I kind of vibe with it.
Yeah, but it's not the right vibe for just like chilling in a tavern. It's a certain vibe. It's not this. It's not this vibe. Anyways, right, fine. Let's do the die stuff first, since Tommy said that ages ago. So, do you want to do it in the tavern, Tommy?
Yeah.
All right. And you're sat in this, as I say, quiet, low-key bar. It's 10 in the morning, so it's not super busy. There's a bard playing for tips in the corner. There's a knock on the door.
I always forget Callum's dad's Scottish.
I was trying to like work out a way to get to that joke, but weave it into D&D.
Just brute force it.
I was gonna say like I always forget the barmaid's Scottish or something. You buying anything while in the bar?
Am I already with Di at this point?
Yes. Everyone's here except for the people who are going off to do shopping.
Okay, I'll well, I assume we're all at a table, so I'll kind of like look at Di and nod him towards the bar, and we'll both kind of go over there together.
He will continue staring blankly at the wall that he was staring
Oh my
at.
god, he's blind, isn't he? How many times? I'm gonna get up out my chair and then I'll put a hand on his shoulder and say, do you mind coming with me to grab a drink?
Certainly. He will get up and head to the bar with you.
First of all, what can I get you?
Ale is fine.
Two mugs of ale, please.
2 mugs of ale, that'll be 8 copper. Each. 16.
I'll pay 16 copper. Where the hell's my... There we go. Yep. I'll take a sip. So, listen. Things have been tense, to say the least. I'm not happy with how things went down either. And I think you make some points. I just wanted to air these things. I didn't want you to regret traveling with us.
I have no doubt that your group are the reason I was able to find Celeste. For that I'm grateful. But you travel with a rogue, and I'm not talking about your thief friend.
You speak of the ruined.
His mind clearly is, yes. Not being able to think about his actions.
He is brash.
He's an idiot.
Tactically speaking, yes. But he still brings something to this group. It's our differences that give us our strengths, after all. And our weaknesses, but they can be managed. Still.
His heart's in the right place. However, I do intend on actually causing some damage.
What exactly do you mean by that?
We can't help everyone.
Correct.
Does this mean that we are going to have to forget about the people we've been looking for this whole time?
Let me put it as plainly as I can to you, Sorrows. Celeste, whether he believes it or not, is the chosen of Dawn. This ale just gets straight to my head. It's probably the fact that I haven't eaten anything in like a day. I should probably actually. Everyone took a long rest. Just make sure you've taken off a ration if you haven't already.
You're missing a sense, aren't you? So there's more alcohol to get into the rest of them.
I don't think that's how that works, but okay.
Sure.
Anyways, he is the chosen of Dawn. What that means is that if you want to help people, the best thing to do is to help him achieve his destiny. Now, I can't tell you what his destiny is because, well, fate is an interesting way of when you tell someone what their destiny is, they will try and either ensure it happens a certain way, or they'll try and avoid it. And fate always has a way of course-correcting in some way, shape, or form, and it's usually in a destructive manner.
I was going to say,
who try and avoid their destiny only to bring further ruin upon themselves is high. So I'm being very careful not to tell Celeste exactly what he's destined for, and I won't tell you either. But if you want to help people, you help him achieve what he's meant to achieve. I don't see how helping your fellow escapees achieves that.
I don't like it, but I think you might be right. And if we are going to help them, well, Arzamor has to burn.
On that, we can agree.
Anyway, I see you as a valuable ally. And I know you're not from around here. I don't know how long you intend to stay. But I hope I can consider you a friend one day.
I believe I'm stuck here. As for physically, he gestures around the bar. I'm wherever Celeste needs me, even if it's not where he wants me.
Well, while you're here, maybe I should get you to chug a few more of those ales, and then you can tell me some stories of your time. That would be entertaining.
But it won't happen.
Well, a tiefling can dream. Barkeep.
Yes?
Get this man another ale.
That'll be another 8 copper. I don't know why I've gone with this accent, but fuck it.
Different barkeep. Yeah.
We've got a rule in this tavern, laddie. Every time you stop talking to a barkeep, we go out and shoot them in the back of the head.
Oh god.
So we maintain customer satisfaction.
Maybe we should go chuck
chuck the Inquisitor's
Unemployment rate's
in the
way
back
down.
pile then. You know what? I'll chuck down 16 copper and order a second one for me as well.
Okay.
I have a
I'll,
question.
Oh, one sec. I'm just gonna slide the cup in front of Dai and tap him on the back.
He will join you in drinking.
Go on, Alex.
I can't remember how much was actually mentioned about Dai in Songs of the Forsaken. Like just from a player's perspective, do we know if like Dai was mentioned much, around Celeste?
What you know, like what you as a player categorically found out in Songs of the Forsaken was when you went to the ruins of Arzamor and you had this kind of vision of the last moments of Arzamor. That vision was Celeste, some of his closest advisors, and one of them was Dai.
Oh, right, okay.
So Dai was physically there in the same room as Celeste at the fall of Arzamor.
Okay. Alright, because I was just wondering if, like, we knew that Dai, like, basically stuck around the entire time.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Okay.
I will also say specifically that, like, Dai was trying to do some sort of big ritual during that vision. Because, like, Arzamor was under attack and basically about to be destroyed, so he was doing something magical. Also, Eliza was there.
Was he ever mentioned in like stories, like along with Celeste?
No.
No.
The
so
name
he,
Dai.
like, he was.
The name Dai was
forgotten.
not mentioned. Yeah.
He was one of the damned. Oh shit!
There was mentions of like Celeste having a powerful mage ally, but never the name Dai.
Interesting.
Alex right now being like, can I cannonly kill Dai?
It'd have to be after the Fool of Arzamor, but interesting.
Oh, that reminds me, it's a new day, isn't it?
It's new day.
It is new
Is
day.
new day?
Guess what that means I get to do? The thing I did to Alex last time.
Wait, what?
Portent.
Important?
No, portent.
Portent. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Fucking die.
If you don't know, Tommy, Dai is a divination wizard, and divination wizards get a fun little feature called Portent.
Right.
Which is that at the beginning of a new day, you roll 2 d20s, and you can use one of these d20s at any, like either of these d20s at any point during the game to replace a roll.
Okay.
Doesn't matter who rolled it. So when Dai tried to hold person the ruined, he succeeded. So then the ruined used a inspiration point to Una reverse me, and then I remembered that Dai had a portent, so I Una reversed the ruined right back. But I did refund him his inspiration point because I felt bad, but still. So yeah, it's a very fun little feature.
That has got to be one of the best features in D&D history, right? Like, that is so
it's just
like,
so fun, yeah.
That happening last session was like, bro, I need to get me some of that. Like,
as I said last session, in Dimension 20's first campaign, Fantasy High, the player Siobhan Thompson plays a divination wizard, and the number of times she just replaces Brennan's rolls with a roll that she rolled at the beginning of the session is just like, fuck you, actually no, your main villain gets a nat 1. And
yeah,
it's
it's
like,
exactly that. It's just a fuck you. That's exactly what it is.
Can you not ruin my big plans with your nat 1s that you're giving me, you bastard? And then also, you can also give your friends good rolls, so.
Or not.
Or not. You could technically fuck over your friends, yeah. It's just a good feature. Anyways. So. That was your conversation with Dai. Anything else you want to do with that? Tommy?
Give him a kiss.
No.
Okay.
Not yet, anyway.
Oh.
That was in reply to Samo.
Yeah.
Cool. Then Alex, you wanted to go find a merchant.
Yeah, and
So-
I think Samo said Zila was coming along.
Can I, if you mind, do my thing first? Because it might, first of all, change what you want to do, and second of all, mine's not going to take that long.
Yeah, I would just like to have a bit of conversation along the way.
Oh, I mean, yeah, we can do that first.
Yeah? I mean, yeah, you can say where you want to go.
I mean,
guess.
I just also wanted to just go to a blacksmith. You wanted to do that as well, right?
Yeah, or find like a magic item shop, because I feel like the high elves might pay a little bit of extra dollar
Dollar.
for a good flame tongue sword. So,
Was that like a specific, like, special Inquisitor flame tongue, like, engraved with some cool shit, or?
Wouldn't you like to know, little boy?
I would like to know that, yeah.
You can roll me a history check.
I mean, I don't have to play it.
could I roll history?
Sure.
That's
Not
decent.
bad.
Doesn't appear to be anything special about it beyond the fact it's a magical item, but like it's not like a special Inquisitor sword or anything.
Oh, right, okay.
Yes, I want to go to a blacksmith, you want to go to a magical shop.
Yeah.
Okay, but
Yep.
you wanted to converse on the way there, you said.
I'm just gonna, I'll like, after we sort of leave the tavern, I'll leave it like a moment. There's like, I can imagine like a moment of silence. And then just out of nowhere, I'll just go, Die is an idiot. He doesn't think about his actions.
Well, I think he thinks about them too much, if I'm being honest.
Yes, that is a good point.
I'm picturing now, like, if this was a TV show, the editing of this scene would be
Yeah,
cutting
it's like
between
cutting.
this and
Mhm.
Eyes and Sorrow's conversation where they're both saying the same thing about each other. Anyway, sorry. Continue.
Claims not to want to interfere with destiny. And then he goes and does it himself.
So these things go, right? I mean, I can respect him for going after what he thinks is right.
I guess. But at what cost? There are
mean-
so many innocents. I believe that we should go and get allies. But we can't just forget about the ones we left behind.
I mean, I agree, but I understand that that's just my point of view. He might have a different one. And, I mean, the only thing that I really have to criticize about him is that he wants to force Celeste into being something that he doesn't want to be. I think that's the problem here.
That too. They should be allowed to do whatever they wish.
Agreed.
And that's what he doesn't understand. Everyone matters. We're all a part of this world story.
I think he can tag along, do whatever he wants to do, as long as he doesn't interfere with what we do. I'm grateful he helped us. We possibly would have died if he didn't show up, but yeah, that's my take on it.
I can't lie and say that we do not owe him. But I just feel like he's going to get in our way anyway. I believe their primary goal is much the same as ours.
Well, I think Dai is still playing about something that we don't understand yet because he doesn't want to tell us, which, I mean, he doesn't have to, but I think there's more to what he says.
Well, it's no surprise that he's withholding information. Of quite happy to lie to our faces too.
Can't say I particularly blame him. As long as him lying to us doesn't harm us, I mean, I couldn't really care less.
I do have a question for you.
What's that?
What's Pete laughing at?
I've just reverse engineered and realized something.
What?
Sorry. So, in game, yesterday was the vampire hunt, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
so the day before that was the day that Agis got tortured. Yeah?
Hmm.
Yeah?
Which was the first of Deep Winter. But the first of Deep Winter is the first month of the year, so literally Agis started this in-game year of being tied to a chair and tortured.
Happy
It
New
gets
Year.
better from
That's how
there.
he celebrated the New Year, baby.
Yay.
It's a unique way of doing it, I guess.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry,
All
continue.
bad.
I was just laughing to
Yeah.
myself about Aegis' amazing luck.
What did you say again? Sorry, Samu?
You said you had a question, and I said, what's that?
The other day, when you were explaining to us a little about your situation,
Yes.
who do you judge as being worth killing?
I mean, that's one of the first questions I hear about myself that's actually worth asking, because I'm not even sure myself. Sometimes I just see or hear about people, and anything I want to do or need to do goes out the window, and I need to kill them.
So it's not of your own volition.
Well, it feels like of my own volition. It's like a sudden urge to do something. Just an urge that I can't really not do.
And have these people done something?
In my eyes, sure.
And what in your eyes would be worth killing over? What would give you that urge?
Hurting innocents, wrong the people that I care for. To be fair, the later only happened once, really, but
Ah. Fellow adventurer after my own heart. I think we're going to get along just fine.
I did say the first few days after your, well, let's call it a change, that we have, I think, more in common than we might think.
I believe now that you are correct.
Well, I'm glad we share that opinion then.
That does put my mind at ease. And I do thank you for having my back last night, even if you did end up making me lose my prey.
Well, I'm gonna be honest, I'm usually not the sound of reason. That was very new to me, so yeah. Don't ever make me do that again, please.
You could have just let me kill them.
Yeah, but I'm afraid that once that would have happened, we would have had more than just one corpse in that room.
Good point. I would like to try and avoid killing Dai and Celeste, even if I disagree with their politics.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe we'll get along after all.
That would be the day.
Only time will tell, no?
Well, I think we're going to have a lot of time to try and figure it out.
Yeah. We have a long journey ahead.
Let's get our shop on! And I'll pat Zila on the back.
And then
I like to imagine that it was-
dart down the street like.
Yeah. Yeah. Get my drum out. Bang, bang, bang!
Hey,
Actually,
Samo.
another thing
Okay,
that
yeah.
I'd like to do before we go to shops, I'd like to just quickly duck into an alley and disguise self as a high elf.
Okay.
Yeah,
Samo.
Eladrin, right?
That is a high elf.
Oh.
Just can you double check whether you've like jostled your mic wire or something? Because when you were talking during that conversation, there was like a little bit of a crackle.
I've had that before. Yeah, wait.
Alright.
Do Alex's shop first. I'll try and fix that real quick.
It's sounding better right now, to be fair. So it might be
I
alright.
didn't think so.
I'll just double check real quick.
No, I didn't think so either.
Cool. So, Alex, you doing that has caused me to have to do a thing real quick. So bear with me 1 second. You wanted to go to a magic store, right? Like a magic item store.
Yeah.
Okay. You find a store called the Tranquil Magnifications. And I need to go into this. And then I need to...
It should be fixed up.
Yep, you sound good. Thank you very much, Lee. And I need to put you in there. And then override. Making me do extra work. Okay. There you go. This is the Tranquil Magnification shop. Let me just double check one thing. The first item there, Ampule of Thunderwater, how much does it say it costs for you?
40 gold pieces.
Excellent. It's working correctly.
Did you reduce prices because I went into high elf mode?
Let's just put it this way. Everyone except for Agis might have been getting higher prices for every item at the moment. And I had to go in and add you to that setting because you've gone high elf mode.
Nice.
I have a point of inspiration for working out my puzzle that hadn't even been revealed yet of
Wait.
racists charge more to people who aren't the right race.
You said that Thunderwater is 40 gold for you?
Mm-hmm. You're not high elf, mate.
That's double the fucking price!
Yep. It also means that I charge Tommy extra for the ale as well, the tavern.
I'm glad this is the first barkeep I never tipped.
That's true. Actually, you're right. You paid the correct price and nothing more. See, racism doesn't pay because if you're nice to people, they'll just tip you. Whereas if you're just an asshole, they'll only pay for what you're giving them. So,
So if you want to
Anyways.
become rich, don't be a racist.
exactly.
Oh my god.
What's up,
I'm
man?
gonna come.
Okay.
The flame tongue sells for 2,575 gold. That's so much gold. I can buy all of the ingredients and useless things.
And just as a reminder, you can
Fucking
always
theft that.
barter.
Ooh.
Like if you want to try and get a better
6,000
price.
gold.
Because so all of the shops are set up so that they will, like in a video game and such, like they will buy items off of you for less than they would sell them, right? So if you want to try and haggle, then you might be able to get more than what they're going to initially offer. And what's
Yeah,
cool is
I'm-
that I can then make that a permanent thing as well, which is nice. Like they can.
I would
permanently-
like to try and haggle it up to 2,700.
Cool. Then roll me a persuasion check, and you're an Eladrin, so you're not going to get any negative to this.
Did I try and say something to persuade with advantage or a bonus?
What are you going to say?
This was won in combat from a famed or an infamous inquisitor from the Azamor Empire.
Or your persuasion. I might have affected the DC by that.
Come on, don't fuck me.
My husband's from Azamor.
I am rolling inspiration on that.
You killed him. How dare you? This was his sword.
That's better.
That's better.
Ah, that explains why it's such good quality.
Yes.
So, what was it, 2,575? Is that what we discussed?
Yes, I believe that was that, yes.
Okay, I'll hit sell before he can go down.
That was what it actually says, right?
Yeah.
I didn't want to undersell you. That is how much it is, right?
It was worth a try.
Absolutely.
Would I get different prices from different like things? Like if I went to a blacksmith, would I be able to sell like my regular scale mail for more, perhaps?
Potentially, particularly like a magic store is probably not going to be particularly interested in non-magical armor, but at the same time, different stores also have different amounts of money in their bank. You can probably can you see how much money Tranquil Magnifications has? I don't think you can you? I think we've had this before where you can only see your money.
No.
This particular store is rich because they sell magic items, so they make lots of money, whereas other stores might not have as much money, so they therefore might not be able to offer as much. So, as an example, if you had gone to the blacksmith and not asked to go to a magic store, you wouldn't have been offered 2,000 gold for a sword, because the store just doesn't have 2,000 gold to offer you.
Yeah, fair enough. Oh, that's pretty cool. Does Samo want to do his stuff while I look here? Because I could be a while.
Okay. Simon, what did you want to do?
I wanted to go to a blacksmith. Preferably, if I could look specifically for the biggest one around.
You find the Hammer's Anvil, found at one of the major crossroads in one of the large city districts.
Very nice. I can't seem to see if they have iron ingots to sell.
They don't by default, so just roll a d20 for luck.
Holy fuck! Studded leather +2 is
Nice.
20,000 gold.
Yeah, it's also very rare, I believe, +2.
Yeah.
Or as
God
rare,
damn.
it might be +2. Sure, they got some iron ingots. Roll me a d6. Now roll me a d8. They've got 4 iron ingots for sale.
I'll get those. Where do you see my weight limit again?
In your inventory.
There, I see it. Yeah.
Each iron ingot will cost you 1 silver piece, so 4 iron ingots will cost you 4 silver.
Yeah, that's it.
I just sold my scale mail at the Tranquil Magnifications.
Mm-hmm.
I still see the scale mail in my equipment, but it won't let me sell it again. But I'm not sure if it added the gold or not.
How much did it say it was going to go for?
25.
I also don't see the armor in your inventory, so you might just need to close your inventory and reopen it.
Oh, it's just in the shop
Yeah.
itself.
Oh. okay, weird. But yeah,
Yeah,
I
it's-
would assume since it's removed from your inventory, it has given you gold.
Yeah, okay, good.
Pete,
Yes.
would I see, like, does this blacksmith specifically, do they craft their own items?
They do craft some of their own items, but most of it is importing and exporting.
Okay, I'll go up to the vendor, whatever, and I'll ask, well, I see I just bought your entire stock of iron ingots. I'm sure there might be still some of your own ones that you would use to craft your own items. Would I be correct about that? That are not for sale.
No, you've cleared us out for the day.
Never mind. Would there be any other place where I would be able to maybe get lucky?
We order all of our stuff in from Forvin Shipping and Exports.
Point me to the direction. How far would that be?
They've got warehouses all over the city, try any of the major canal districts.
I'll just toss him the last silver I have for that information. And we'll take my leave over to a warehouse of them. I will ask around.
Okay.
The closest one, I guess.
You find the closest one. It's a warehouse near the rivers. You can see that like the warehouse is designed in such a way that like they can easily load up ships to then sail these items out. There are guards posted at the door. It does not appear to be somewhere that you can publicly browse.
Besides the guards, is there like a quartermaster or something like that?
Not at the main entrance, no.
Then I would like to go up to the guards and ask, is there any chance I could talk to some kind of quartermaster around here?
What's your business?
I'd like to buy 16 iron ingots in particular. I would overpay. Just if that sweetens the deal.
Go get the quartermaster. One of the guards walks in, and a couple of minutes later, a quartermaster comes out with the guard. Yes, hello. How can I help you? What's that facial expression about?
Nothing. That's something on my nose.
Do you
Sorry.
not like my Eladrin accent?
No, as I said, that's something.
This is how all Eladrin speak.
I realized, yeah.
Especially people called
Very
Agis.
elegant.
This is how they actually speak. Any other voice that
Yeah.
they have is just a fake voice to make them fit in more. Yes.
Yeah, don't get me started on ages. Anyway. I would like to buy some iron ingots of a few, and I would pay very well for them.
What company do you represent?
I represent myself. I craft my own things.
I see. We normally don't conduct a business with the likes of you. But
People would also usually not overpay 400% for a gold for an ingot, no?
well, name your price.
What would one iron ingot cost for, let's say, the usual vendor around here?
We would normally sell a normal iron ingot to a vendor in bulk. They might put in an order for 10 golds worth of iron ingots or something like that.
What would you offer? What would be a fair price for you for 16 iron ingots?
You'd have to understand.
I will
that
overshoot.
For me to make this deal with you, since you are not a business, I would have to do this, how you say, off record, which would further hike the price up.
That's. I like it off the record. That's fine.
Excellent. Then for 16 iron ingots, I propose 16 gold.
That's fine.
Very well. I will go get you your order. He seems incredibly happy with himself that he just got away with that. Okay.
I know better than to start hassle down here alone with 2 guards next to me.
The real enemy of this campaign was capitalism.
Yep. Real and true.
Are you using the iron ingots? As
I
speak?
will be, yes.
No, but are you like using them in your inventory right now?
Oh, no? No, no.
Okay, it's just I was trying to press the plus symbol and they kept on going down. I was like, are you like removing them as I'm adding
No,
them?
no. Nope.
There you go. You oh wait, no, you bought an extra 16, so you should have 20 in total.
Yeah.
There you go. Still not over encumbered, holy shit.
I mean, I'm getting there.
Yeah, you're getting there, but like 20 iron ingots on you right now, and you're still like, yeah, I'm good.
Yeah. For now. I will tap my imaginary hat, and I will take my leaf back to blacksmith.
Okay.
And I will start. Oh, well, actually, first of all, I'll pay the guy so I can actually use his smith, or his anvil, I mean.
Okay.
How much would that be, like?
5 gold.
Sure. And then I will start crafting half plate.
Okay. Wait, aren't you already wearing half plate?
Maybe.
You do know that 2 half plates doesn't make full plate, right?
Yeah. Fully.
I mean, I actually don't know that. I'm just double checking what the recipe is for full plate real quick. But
I mean, I don't have the recipe for whole plate, if that makes any sense.
yeah, I'm just double checking that what is the recipe for full plate. It'd be fucking hilarious if it is just 2 half plates.
I mean, it might just be 40 iron ingots.
It's not. It's not just 2 half plates, but that would have been a
Okay.
funny meme.
Yeah, that. Not bad.
Okay, cool. You're doing that, which will take you like at least an hour, probably more. Ruined, you still browsing?
I am going to buy myself a Rapier of Vengeance.
Okay. Rapier of Vengeance.
Purchased.
Is that in the blacksmith?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was at the magic shop, but.
Wait, we're in.
So for people who want to know, a Rapier of Vengeance gives you +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls.
2 + 1 rapiers, baby!
What a life.
Alright. While this is going on, Agis and Sorrow's doing anything?
No, I've done my bit.
Agis?
I am just waiting.
Okay. Everyone happy to skip until the evening then?
Skip until my armor's done.
Well, your armor would be done by the evening, yes.
Cool. Hey, I'll walk over to the ruined, wherever he is. What would he be?
I guess that's one back at the tavern, unless you're still shopping.
I'm just looking at my fancy new rapier and taking my other one off, putting it in my huge backpack, I guess.
Brotherhood of Steel style.
Yeah.
I'll kind of, I guess, carry like the hunk of plate like over my shoulder and just yeet it on the table where he's sitting. Well, I hope that one fits.
Oh, thank you. This is very kind.
And I will trade it over to the ruin.
Okay.
Hell yeah. Armor and weapon upgrade.
But I can only give it to my horse.
This-
Request, no there. No, it works.
Talking to the horse the entire time.
He wants that horse armor DLC, man. It's
Yeah, oh yes, please.
okay. While this is going on, I'm going to start rolling the things for Kytheria.
Mm.
Thank you very much.
Very swaggers.
The wisps are gone again, but I get a +1 to AC.
Hell yeah.
Actually, could I go back to the magic shop?
Sure.
Oh god.
Right. So she would leave around about 5 p.m. to go to the academy and try and slip this into your sister's pocket.
Mm.
At 6 p.m., Kypheri has not returned.
Uh-oh.
Jail. Now she's the one getting tortured.
Don't tell me you have a good time. At 7 p.m., Kypheri has not returned.
Whoops.
At 8 p.m., Kypheri has not returned.
Ah, shit.
Guys, any day now.
We should probably do something now, that's all I'm gonna say, guys.
At 9 p.m., the tavern door opens.
Oh.
And it's
just
not
a guy.
Kypheri.
Was that the
Get-
first time the door opens?
No,
The last
but
3
this
hours.
is
Oh.
the first time it's noteworthy.
But before we do this, could you just open the magic shop back up for me a sec?
Can you not?
Just so I can
navigate
have
to it
more money
yourself?
to lose. No, I don't know how to get to it.
It's in the third option under
It's fine,
actors,
It's fine.
then merchants, and then Valar.
Oh, merchants, thank you.
It's fine. I've just made it appear on your screen, anyways.
Oh.
Yeah, the door opens, and in walks a fairly well-dressed woman, clearly an Eladrin, which is not particularly of a surprise to anyone. Can people who want to and who are present make me a perception check?
Yaz. Not bad. Hey, just lost in the sauce.
I mean, to be fair, I was actually Agis didn't need to roll.
Oh, okay.
But that's fine. It goes to your dice stats. With a 17 and a 23, Zila and Sorrows, the familial similarities, which is why Aegis didn't need to roll perception, between this woman and Aegis are immediately noticeable. The same sort of jawline, the same piercing green eyes, the same black hair. She looks around, trying to kind of like assess the room. She seems nervous. And then she'll spot Agis. And you'll see her shoulders visibly relax.
I will stand up as she approaches.
Would Aegis be sitting alone, or would he be sitting with us?
It's up to Aegis.
Sure, I'll be sitting with you guys. I ain't ashamed of my non-legend friends.
Crazy people.
But you have just stood up, so she will tentatively walk over to you.
Yep.
By the gods, is it really you? She says with a smile. And she will stroke your face as she approaches.
To be honest, I was expecting a slap.
Why would I slap you?
Well, it's been 20 years.
You went missing. It's not your fault, whatever happened, I'm sure. There's a reasonable explanation, but a missing persons report was made, so...
Was it?
Father paid multiple detective agencies to try and find you. I guess Sorrow's, everyone else was shopping for magic items, went and bought a xylophone or something.
Hang on, it's my people. They're calling.
I'd say.
Did he now?
Yeah. But they didn't find anything. She swallows and looks around, clearly visibly pained. You were declared dead after a few months.
Well, that is interesting news.
But what happened? I mean, she looks over your face once again, kind of like grabbing your chin and moving your head around, taking in the injuries, the chunk of ear missing.
I'm still real.
The years have been unkind to you.
The years have always been unkind to me.
That's just the last couple of days.
I mean, true, with the ear specifically.
Would you sit?
She nods. Do you gesture towards the table with your friends, or do you gesture to another table?
Has she even paid attention to this band of misfits?
Nope.
Yeah, sure. We'll sit together.
She will very tentatively sit down, realizing that you're like joining other people, but she will sit.
Everyone, this is Alvarel.
Do I know that she's his sister?
I mean, with your 10, clearly they know each other, but you don't see the familial similarities. You haven't picked up on the fact that they look like brother and sister.
Oh, nice to meet you. My name is The Ruined. How do you know each other?
They're siblings.
I'll put my hand out to shake.
She will very, very cautiously take your hand and kind of like shake it where it's like, you know, the sort of like I'm touching just about, and go, Alvarel Forvan, it's a pleasure. So,
Oh, your sister.
well, just to clarify,
actually, we don't know
you don't
surname.
know that Agis's surname is Forvan, but to the people who worked out that they're brother and sister, that name has now officially been dropped.
Oh, okay. Scrap that then, because I still don't realize.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
So, these are your friends? She says, looking at you, Agis.
Acquaintances through unfortunate circumstances, but we've become friends. Yes.
I was gonna say,
Your brother is a good
you would be
man.
Acquaintances.
Yeah. Oof. Your brother is a good man.
Oh, she's your sister.
I see the gold coin has finally dropped.
So, Where have you been? Like, what happened? You just disappeared one night.
The short story is that I was taken.
Liam Neeson didn't get you back.
No, he didn't. I don't know the full details. But all I know is I was meant to travel. I can't remember the name of the other continent.
Adralan.
I was meant to be sent to Adralan.
Or the Abrain Sea. I'm pretty sure it's Adralan, but I'm double checking now.
Well, either way, I was meant to be sent around that way. But whoever hired the people to take me grew lazy. Instead sold me off.
I was right, it was Adralan. What do you mean they were supposed to?
Well, they made talk about having to make a trip all the way across the continent to send me away. They ended up not doing that and selling me to Eladrin slavers. Not Eladrin, fucking, what's it called?
Azamori?
Azamori, there we go. Azamori slavers.
I don't understand. Why did someone kidnap you, and why were they supposed to take you anywhere? Was it, what, to get to the family? To get to father?
That's a question I've been asking for 20 years.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Agis does know, right?
Yes.
Then roll me a deception check, baby.
Okay.
Baby.
Yeah, that 7's pretty good. Keeping it? just making sure before I continue. Speak now or forever hold your peace.
I've got an inspiration. I'll use it.
Okay.
Deception.
Well.
Yeah, no, I'm not holding it at all. My fists are clenched and I am angry.
What aren't you telling me?
It's nothing other, honestly. I think it was someone in the family.
Roll me a persuasion check now, but with disadvantage because of that shit deception roll.
Yep, that's fine. Perception, no, perception, fucking perform, no, persuasion.
Persuasion.
Disadvantage, oh boy.
One of those was a 19.
Yeah.
Not this again. I love you, but I can't do this again. It was hard enough last time with all the conspiracies and theories that you had.
I know I shouldn't have come back.
I didn't mean that. I just... Why would anyone in the family even want to hurt you, Agis? We all love you, you know that.
Well, I know you do.
She kind of like glances away and rapidly blinks, fighting back tears in her eyes.
I don't understand how you can call it a conspiracy. Nothing that has happened with our family is natural.
No, Agis. What's not natural is the fact that you are so obsessed with trying to, solve her death, that you pushed everyone away. And then, you come back to Valar, and the first thing you do is, sneak some stone into my pocket, she says, throwing the stone, scattering it along the table. You couldn't even come and just talk to me?
It's not that. It's been so long.
It's not healthy, okay? People grieve in different ways, but what you're doing isn't healthy. And I love you, but you need help.
I don't understand how you can't see it.
I guess I grew up and I live in the real world. I'm sorry, she says, looking at the rest of the group. I didn't mean to spoil your evening with heavy family talk. Agis... I know a good therapist. That they work with some of the students at the academy. If you ever want to come by... But... I need to get back, so...
Can I grab her hand before she...
Yep.
Where's the tiefling?
What tiefling?
The one that gave you the rock.
Well, I assumed someone snuck it into my pocket, but I thought it was you. If you had a friend do it, I don't know where they are.
Right. It's good to see you.
You too. And with that, unless you stop her, she will walk away.
Nope, I'm gonna let her go. As soon as she leaves, I'm gonna get up.
Okay.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm worried about Kyphera.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I will not acknowledge anything that's just happened in that room, and I'm gonna leave.
I'll follow.
Okay.
I will get up too.
Hey, the ruined you're over encumbered.
Wait, what?
You stand,
Hey guys, let me...
You stand up and it's just like plump, plump, plump. It's like stuff spills out from your bags.
Oh no.
You're one over your encumbrance limit.
In his arrogance, his hubris.
You could put some stuff in your backpack, that'll probably sort it out. Yeah, where are people going?
Just, I guess.
The university area, wasn't it?
Yeah. Trace back to where she was meant to be. I mean, we know she at least made it there because his sister got the message.
Yep.
Alright. This is the map of the campus of Elstridge Academy.
Oh my fucking god.
I knew that was the reason why we had the fucking map. I knew it.
It's so fucking big.
Yeah, I could have made this to scale, bud. I was tempted. Maps that we used to run on Roll20 were like 20 megabytes. All of this as one to scale map would have been 26 megabytes. I could have done it. And I went, not to Cal's PC, I won't do that.
Hey, I can walk this distance.
If not actually in feet.
Yeah.
So, you would arrive at the shore I would assume you'd take like a canal boat. So you'd probably arrive at like the docks over here-ish. Has Agis ever been to Elstridge Academy?
It depends. You said it was for about 18 up, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I might have been here for like maybe a year or two.
What, as a student?
Yeah.
Okay. Then you would know your way around the school. So, let's start with, we've got what's called the hexacoil here, which is a teleportation circle. You've got the observation post. You've got the dorms. Got a great hall. Got a casino. Got a gym.
Standard.
Got a judgment hall. You got the other leg, which is the name of the tavern. You've got the Prime Observatory. Temerity Square, which is like just the main square. The Adomia Library. The Tower of Terrains, which is a tower with various different realms segmented in it for exploration. The Pens, which is where animals are kept. A garden called Ace's Copse. The Greenhouse. The Universal Sanctum, which is a temple. Salma's Well, which is the center of the entire campus. Ulduzi Hall, which either decide now or roll me a d20. Have you ever been into Ulduzi's Hall?
I'm gonna say no.
Okay, then I'll just say it's a hall. There's a museum. There's a laboratory. There's a bridge called Vanguard Bridge. There's Statement Hall, which is the building I meant to ask if you'd ever been into, so never mind Ulduzi Hall you could have been in. That's just a lecture hall, basically. And then there's another library, the Arcane Forge, and the Amphitheatre. Where do you want to start? You can always flip and look for clues if you want.
It's the casino.
No. That's actually where she was just like, oh, wait, fuck, they got a casino? And just
Exactly. Fucking right. Casino.
I think that is a pretty good clue.
No.
I mean, I'm not sure she would just dip like that.
Yeah, she would. Kytheria loves fucking gambling.
Not
She
if
just got-
we
She
plan
just
on
got made to
leaving.
do a task. Like, she's probably just wanting a night of fun.
Sure, we could check.
Is the campus of this university strictly guarded?
Define strictly guarded. It's not open for people to just wander around. But there aren't
Yeah, that's
guards
what I mean.
per
So,
se.
like,
It's
if
more
there
like
if
the
there
faculty.
was a tiefling going around that didn't really belong.
Yeah, if there was a tiefling wandering around who wasn't a student or a lecturer, then yes, that would be against the law.
So maybe that judgment place you were talking about
Mm-hmm.
might be a good idea if that's what I'm thinking it is, and it isn't just like, I don't know, a lawyer place.
It's basically a courthouse for campus issues.
All right.
Nah, I think it is completely within Pete's character to just be like, yeah, it would just be funny if Kytheria is at the casino gambling.
I mean, if you guys think that, then sure, we'll go there.
Start with the casino.
I
Yeah.
guess. Pete rubbing his hands together. I've caught them in my casino trap.
My casino puzzle. We get trapped in a giant slot machine.
Okay, so based on where you would have been coming from, there we go. Just a note as well, by the way, Die would not come with you, but Celeste will.
Fucking nerd.
Yeah, I thought you said wherever Celeste goes, he goes.
Well, he didn't decide to come here.
Doesn't even stick to his own words, idiot.
I think he said he would be wherever Celeste needs him, regardless of whether Celeste wants him, technically. So needs, not is, but...
Okay.
Hey, now that we've left Die in a pub, let's just actually go.
You can try. Alright. Feel free to move around. Alright, yeah, it's also nighttime, isn't it? So, by the way, yes, Zila, it's nighttime. You can zoom.
Casual 55 feet of movement.
Ah!
Ah!
Can I be wearing my mask?
Sure.
What about your garlic? Is that still with you?
No, I gave that to I gave it to someone. I can't
I
remember
think
who.
you gave
Though.
it to the guards after you revealed that you'd killed the vampire or something.
Yeah, I might have.
Rage.
Pete, could we get directions to this casino, please?
Yes, it's this building up here.
Alright, thank you.
Um,
Damn. Zila knows where she's going, apparently.
Just scouting ahead?
Wants to use all that movement, huh?
But I have to.
Excuse me, says this fairly young Eladrin woman, dark skin, her hair kind of pulled back in braids. Are you students here? She says, looking at Zila in her half plate, clearly armed with weapons, followed by Agis, who could almost fit in, followed by Sorrows, who
Most certainly wouldn't.
and then looking over at fucking the Ruined wearing a fucking masquerade mask. Or jester mask.
Also in half plate with two rapists by his side.
Yeah.
Can I reply?
Sure.
I mean, sure.
Yes.
Okay, roll me deception.
With triple disadvantage.
No,
He
just
points.
DC's high.
Yeah.
He just points over at another couple of students. My people.
For fuck's sake.
And they're like, I don't know this guy.
Oh,
Shit. Damn, you might. Damn, that's crazy.
She will
It's the fucking
look
principal.
inquisitively at you, and then the other girl just shrug and just go, ah, well, they're not Eladrin. I guess they'll let anyone into the academy these days.
Still better grades than you, and I'll.
Almost certainly
Walk off.
not true, but okay. What's Zila's intelligence?
I mean, not brain dead.
No, but
13?
like, you know, you're comparing like basically you got 13, which is like, hey, I got like C's and B's in school, and you're comparing that to
Listen.
like people who are like Oxford University.
Listen, if I can't beat these people up to make them shut up, I have to like chat shit.
Uh-huh.
So I have to do.
Alright.
Who says we can't beat them up?
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna fucking shoulder punch you on the way.
Sorrow's like, what did you fucking say to me?
We're the
Ruin's
mean
like,
girls.
we have to protect and save innocent people, but also fuck them kids.
Yeah.
Fuck these
Just-
bourgeoisie fuck.
Amen, brother.
I didn't have free education. Oh!
Who said it was free education? This is probably
Oh.
like the most private education ever.
Okay. I didn't have good education.
I
I didn't have education.
Yeah, I mean, you're a guy whose expertise is like undead, but you weren't sure whether zombies were real. So yes, your education wasn't the best.
I
Anyways.
mean, I wasn't educated, so.
and it shows.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoulder barge him on the way past.
Okay,
Go into the river.
you shoulder barge this like 20-year-old woman who's about half your size, and the patriarchy is alive and well, I guess.
Just imagine her like ragdoll physics just flying off.
Catches on fire.
Gravity gun.
Excuse me, do you mind watching where you're going?
Mind your tongue.
Mind yours, Ichabod.
These are the first two people we meet here. What the fuck is going on?
Hey,
This
sorry,
is
do you
what
speak
happens.
Elvish?
I don't think so, but let me double check.
Do you speak giant now? Is
Is
that close?
No, but
Is that close?
It might be like a, I don't know, different dialect.
then you have no idea what insult she just threw your way. But
Do I hear it?
yeah, do you speak Elvish?
Yeah.
She just called him Hellspawn.
Oh.
Well, this is what happens when you invite savages to your university, doesn't it? And then I'll say an insult to her in Infernal.
Bro, why are we beefing some fucks? We're trying to go say Cytheria.
But you said the first bit in common, did you?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I almost think I should speak to the principal. On the other hand, I think that your grasp of arcane abilities is probably nil. You're clearly a first year and on a special needs transfer program, I'd assume. Could always just school you myself.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
Is that a challenge?
The ever-growing urge to use Night Terror.
They're 20 something, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so they're not like little kids. So so
I mean, it might as well
so-
be if they're
so-
So it's okay to murder them, basically, yes.
Yeah, Cyrus isn't just gonna like absolutely slap the shit out of some like 12-year-old.
the real reason I didn't want to come to Valar.
She uses Word Death.
This semester is going to be fun.
My thoughts exactly.
Hey, Ruined, roll me a deception check with disadvantage because of your fucking mask as well.
What?
You're trying to pretend to be a student, and you could have just... But now you've spoken.
Oh no. This isn't good.
It wasn't that
It
20!
It wasn't that fucking 20. Oh, fuck. Even if I use inspiration, it's still gonna be at disadvantage.
Yep.
Can I give him an inspiration point for him to get that net 20?
No.
I'm lucky.
You spending that inspiration?
No, I'm not gonna waste it on this. I feel like shit's about to go wrong anyway.
Yes, I'm sure you'll be here for the entire semester and you'll do wonderful, says the other one.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
How about we get a move on, says Celeste. And he kind of like nudges you to keep walking. Sorry, are you going to keep walking or are you just going to block Ruined?
Sorry, I was looking at my spells quickly.
Wanted to see if we could cast Fireball. real
God,
quick.
man.
Just seeing what kind of tomfoolery I could get up to with my spells, because I've got a prankster's dream. I want to do the fucking university pranks on the kiddies. But no,
No pressing matters.
I'm gonna shoulder barge this one and carry on my way.
Oh, God, man.
I'm gonna walk.
Don't
Juggle is
mog
nice.
us, fam. Riz.
Skibbity
you immediately
Riz.
fail.
Skibbity toilet.
You immediately fail the deception check. Don't even get the roll. You just fail it.
Stay edging.
Oh my
God.
I don't think
Side
that's
eye.
kid speak. I think that's. I've never heard the phrase "stay edging," but I would assume it means as in like edging.
Yeah, it's like the Riz and Edge meme.
I don't know what the Riz and Edge. I know what Riz is. I don't know what the Riz and Edge meme is.
Oh, it's basically Blade Runner, but instead of the like interlinked, it's Riz and Edge.
Okay, I wouldn't recommend telling people to keep on edging, unless.
Why not? You might be taking part of NoFap.
Well, edging is FAP, but anyways.
What a time to be alive.
All right, no nut November then.
For Christ's sake.
That was so skibbity toilet of you guys.
Shut.
Skibbity toilet.
Sesame open.
Oh, okay.
Open
Let's
sesame,
just go
whatever
then, I
the fuck.
guess.
What in the Sigma?
Fuck. Hey Pete, I'd like to vote to kick Alex from this campaign.
Yo, these people are minted.
Alright, yeah. As you walk into the casino, you can see. Well, it's not quite a casino. It's a game room. But that serves as a casino. So there is Free Dragon Ante being played here at large tables. There is a roulette table, though no one seems to be playing it. Most people seem to be playing various games of either chess or lance sport. Others just
No
lounge around reading
coherence,
books or relaxing.
I will approach this person.
Okay.
Are they doing something, or are they just
They're
sitting
lounging around in an armchair reading a book in one hand. They clearly aren't paying that much attention to it, but they're more trying to do like a cool guy, look at me, I'm studying pose than they are actually studying.
there? Hey, quick question. Any chance you've seen a young tiefling lady running around here?
He looks up at you like just over the top of his book and just goes, who wants to know?
A friend?
Well, friend of the tieflings, I'm assuming.
Oh, the friend of a friend. It should matter, should it?
Well, I'm just saying, did you mean like you're a friend of mine or you're a friend of the tieflings? Because I don't know you.
Friend of the tiefling.
Well, I don't know a tiefling neither, so.
Can I roll insight on that?
Sure.
Yikes.
Yeah, I'll inspiration that.
Okay.
Wait, first of all, I have to use it. That's a lot better.
Hey.
He appears to not know who the tiefling is, but he's trying to be like cool and aloof because there's an attractive woman in front of him.
Well, good talk. And I'll back away.
Can everyone make me a perception check?
I'm blind as hell today.
Alright. Sorrows and Agis. You both hear the sound of a teleportation spell going off outside the building.
I'll get back out of this chair.
I take it I would know what this is.
That's the sound of someone teleporting.
Okay. Other than that, alright.
A elderly man, probably, if he was human, which he probably is, maybe half elf, you'd guess he'd be in his 70s, with a long beard, wearing a hooded robe, walks in. A faint smell of elderberries comes off of him as he walks in. Yes. Yep. You don't even slightly try and blend in, do you? He says, addressing you lot.
Do we have a reason to?
Blend in with what? With students?
No, you're not. And this is private property, miss, he says, addressing Zila. So, you're not even trying to blend in so that you don't get caught trespassing.
Oh, we actually don't have any business here apart from just looking for a friend. But we're heading
The friend,
straight
a
out after
student,
the
or a member of faculty?
Well, someone who was supposed to deliver a message. Let's just call it that.
So another person trespassing, then. I'm assuming the tiefling woman we apprehended earlier today. All the students, by the way, are just kind of like going back and forth, kind of like...
Well, if you decide to call it trespassing, I suppose.
I'm not deciding to call it that. That's what it is. It's a legal definition.
Well, but you still decide to call it that.
I don't know what else you would call illegally being somewhere that you're not allowed to be.
Well, as I said, I would call it a messenger.
Well, I wouldn't. Again, illegally being somewhere you're not allowed to be, regardless of the reason for you being there, is trespassing.
Well, we kind of just stumbled in here. I didn't see a sign.
I would like to formally apologize. I sent the tiefling woman on my behalf to speak to a member of your faculty.
I see.
And when we didn't receive her back, we came looking.
Come with me. He waves a hand and the door opens.
If only I could do cool spells like that. I want power wave open door.
What knock?
It's actually just an automatic door, but he did the hand wave like he's a Jedi to look cool.
Damn. We've all done that as a child. And as an
I
adult.
was going to say as a child.
Yeah, I was saying that and I was like, wait, I've done that like yesterday.
Is this part of the room just in complete darkness?
Yeah, it's outside, you nerd.
Oh.
It's also nighttime and it's a dimly lit building, so even on
You've
the
solved
inside.
the outside puzzle.
Okay.
I've solved the day-night cycle puzzle.
As you all filter out of the casino, then, he will escort you to the Judgment Hall.
Ah, the place I wanted to go to first, huh? Who'd have thunk it?
It was worth looking.
But no, Kytheria would just be gambling.
She might have been. We didn't know until we checked.
We had to go around bullying some fucking students.
Absolutely. When in university.
It's pretty funny, though.
Would have been funnier if they stepped up
What, the 9 HP students?
Yeah.
The challenge rating 1/4 students?
You're just making it better for me, man.
Aren't you supposed to be like chaotic good or lawful good or something?
Yeah, but these guys were nasty to me. So all bets are off at that point, man.
However, Pete, I think you failed to notice. Fuck these kids.
Yeah, exactly.
Alright, he leads you. It only takes like 30 seconds or so to get to where you're heading, which is a small building not far away. And you arrive in a small hall where he then steps up onto a stage and sits down on a chair overlooking the small building. He is joined by a woman. This one's Eladrin, also wearing kind of like wizard robes. Right, let's see then. So, we're going to do this one at a time. He points at Agis. You seem to be the most eloquent of the bunch. What's your name?
Agis.
Full name.
I'm afraid it's just Agis. I'm of low-born stock.
Roll me a deception check.
Do I get any advantage on it because I technically was?
Doesn't mean you wouldn't have a name, but yeah, sure.
So what, with advantage, yeah?
Yeah, I'm being nice.
Also, technically, I'm dead.
It's just
I don't
Agis.
exist. It's just Agis. Agis Fullvein doesn't exist.
Fine. And you said you sent a messenger illegally onto our campus. The tiefling. What was the purpose of the messenger being sent?
It was to meet with one of your faculty members. Alvarel? Fullvein?
Yes, I know Alvarel. Okay. And, were you aware that you were sending this tiefling into trespass? On private property?
It may have slipped my mind.
Were you aware that we have a messaging service with carrier pigeons?
Does it sound like I can afford it?
And that's okay to break the law then? What about the museum?
The what?
The museum.
What about it?
Let's just put it this way, Agis. Your messenger had some strange equipment on them for a member of the Postal Service.
They're not exactly a member of the Postal Service, no. They're a friend. I just needed them to get a message to someone.
Oh, but you chose a friend who carries thieves' tools.
We are adventurers. We are on the road.
Adventurers. Okay. And you sent them into the museum, yes? What particular item were they after?
There was no museum. I simply asked them to deliver a message.
Well, they were found near the museum.
That must have been where the faculty member was at the time. Merely a coincidence.
Roll me a persuasion check. Uh-huh. You understand the level of sensitive artifacts and documentation we have here. We don't
Honestly,
think.
I haven't a clue.
I was speaking to your Eladrin friend?
No!
The vaults of Elsridge are well documented and sure very tempting to thieves. You don't quite look like a group of adventurers to me, you look like a group of ruffians. So, my question: which one are you working for? Broken Hands or Sons of the Gilded Blades?
Can I roll?
History check with disadvantage if you want to. Because you ain't from here. That ain't
Can I
good.
try
It's
as
almost
well?
at 20, no.
That also wasn't with disadvantage, Samuel.
Oh, yeah.
Could have been in that one.
Yeah, wait.
Yes, anyone can.
That was...
Agis, if
Okay.
you're rolling, you don't get disadvantage.
Okay.
Alright, the Ruined and Agis, you've both heard of both of these groups. They are the gangs, the criminal gangs. Smugglers, thieves, that sort of thing. Both local to Valar.
I'll say it again. I knew her long ago. We've just come into town. And I wish to speak to her.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Persuasion.
Okay. Very well. So, we'll assume then that your tiefling friend was acting independently, so she will be being taken to court. Not this court, you understand. Valar's court, and tried as a thief. We'll assume then that you're being truthful with us and you're simply here looking for her, unknowing of what actions she was going to take, in which case you will simply all be fined for trespassing.
May I ask, did you actually see her trying to steal anything?
I'm sorry. We aren't able to disclose details of an ongoing investigation.
So that's a no.
So, on the count of trespassing for Agis, that will be 70 gold pieces fine. Alternatively, you can serve 1 month in prison, or 1 month community service. If you're truly adventurous, as the other one, community service might be up to your speed. Some people who do it don't come back, but some adventuring types prefer that option.
What does community service entail?
Well, this academy needs various resources, such as magical beasts and herbs, alchemical components. Community service simply means that we send you out into the field and you collect these for us. In hostile environments, generally speaking.
Say we do this community service, seeing as you haven't actually seen our friend commit any crime, you only suspect her of such. Can we get her freed as well?
To be clear, your friend is being tried for a separate crime on top of the trespassing that we have 100% got her on. The rest of it is being investigated by local law enforcement. We are simply getting your statement on the matter. You are being tried with trespassing, and I would also appreciate you to not interrupt, Tiefling.
I don't believe asking a question related to the conversation is interrupting.
I'm currently trying to
Eladrin.
get Aegis's decision on fine, prison time, or community service. your tiefling friend is irrelevant to this conversation, tiefling.
Well, I'm gonna keep it a stack, boys. I don't have 70 gold.
I do. I have a lot more than 70 gold.
I mean, if you guys are willing to part with the shmoney.
I am willing.
Yeah, I haven't got enough to fucking chill 70.
I got 30.
We are all very poor.
Yes, you're all very poor, all of you.
Could sell my
Every
half plate,
single
but then I'm
one of
naked.
us. It's not like I still have over 1,100 gold. Really.
Oh yeah, I'm poor. It's like constantly dropping coins.
Literally, you fucking jingling as you walk.
Yeah, it's disadvantage on stealth at this point.
So
Hey, I
Aegis-
paid it forward.
So the ruined, are you going to pay Aegis' fine then if that's Aegis' option?
Yeah.
Okay, remove 70 gold from your inventory. Aegis, that's your fine paid. Excellent. Wood Elf, he says, looking at Zila. He gestures
looking
for
back.
you to take Aegis' spot in the center. Name?
Zila.
And you have also been found trespassing on private property. How do you plead?
I mean, I highly doubt you will get a different story from any of us.
That wasn't
I was
my
also just
question.
here to look for my friend.
How do you plead to the count of trespassing?
Well, I wasn't aware that I was trespassing, so not guilty, I guess.
That's not how law works, but I assume you weren't educated wherever you're from. Very well. On not guilty, we find you guilty, because we found you trespassing. That will be, since it is your first guilty offense in the city of Valar, and you are a foreigner, we will give you an option of a 70 gold fine, or 1 month's community service and revocation of your, how shall we say, revocation, change that, sorry, 70 gold fine and exile from the city, or 35 gold fine, no, scratch that again, sorry, messing up the order of things I want to do, 70 gold fine, or 35 gold fine plus exile from the city, or 35 gold fine and 1 month community service.
I'll kind of like stretch and very obviously just look back to the ruined. Just kind of pleading if he has money or not.
Yeah, I'll pay the 70.
Okay.
Sick.
Then Zila is not exiled from the city.
I'll walk over to Agis.
Tiefling. Tiefling.
Step forward.
How do you plead? Oh, sorry, name first.
Alia.
Surname?
Sorrows.
How do you plead?
Innocent. Where I'm from, you at least get a warning first.
Very well, you plead not guilty. We find you guilty.
What kind of trial is that?
We caught you trespassing red-handed. There is no trial needed for it. We're simply finding.
So, once again, with no awareness that we were trespassing and no warning beforehand.
It is usually, in most civilized places, which is maybe not where you're from, the duty of a civilian to learn the laws of the land.
We just got here.
That doesn't excuse you from your duty as a civilian. So, 70 gold fine, or 35 gold fine, and exile, or 35 gold fine and 1 month community service.
Wait, what did you guys pick again?
The one with community service.
Yeah.
Sugar daddy.
None of you picked community service, what?
I was hoping we could get Soros to pick the one with community service.
Don't lie to the poor boy.
We took the 70 bailout through the ruined, admittedly.
Yeah, I'm just gonna look at the ruin.
Get out. Yeah, I'll pay.
Hey, I just gave you 750 gold worth of armor.
Human, he says, then looking at Celeste. How do you plead? Oh, sorry, name first, Celeste. How do you plead? He cocks an eyebrow looking at the others and goes, guilty? Very well. 10 gold fine and exile, or 35 gold fine and no exile. Your choice. Front me 20 gold, he says, looking at the ruined.
Sure.
We're beating you up.
Alex now too poor to do anything.
Motherfucker still has like over 800 gold, no?
I still have 935 at the moment.
And Jester.
Guilty.
A name first, please.
Oh, the ruined.
They both kind of like open their mouths and look inquisitively at the weird masked man who just declared himself the ruined. Not, it's more of a title than a name, is it not?
No.
Okay.
No.
Really do let anyone into Valar these days, says the woman. Very well, the ruined. You plead guilty.
Yes.
12 gold fine and exile, or 35 gold fine, no exile.
I will hand over the 35 gold.
Excellent. Your tiefling friend has been transferred to local authorities who will be investigating and trialing her separately. If you want to try and plead your case, you can, of course, request so at the courthouse. In the meantime, you are not welcome on this property. If you had wished to return, since you apparently didn't read the laws, it's generally courteous to request access to private property. We done here? He says, looking more so to his colleague than he is to you lot, but he waits for a response from you lot.
Time for us to go.
Good. And he fireballs you all.
Oh.
No, he teleports you out.
Bro, I was so certain he was going to do that. Damn.
Bureaucracy. By the way, she failed her final stealth check to get off the campus by 1.
Whoa.
All right. I think that's where we're going to leave it, with the curveball that Kytheria is missing and that it might be difficult to get her back. What will the party do? Will they go through the path of bureaucracy? Will they try a jailbreak, in which case presumably fight their way out? Or are they going to try and be stealthy? Will they leave Kytheria? Because, you know, maybe she was trying to steal from the museum. You don't know. You weren't there.
My people.
My people. We'll find out next week on Dragon Ball Z. Sorry, Dragonriders Z.
Z.
Song of the
Dragonriders Z.
Dragonriders Z. Song of the Damned. Z Song of the Damned. There we go.
The Song of the Damned.
All right. We'll catch you all next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.